Lately, my daily schedule has felt like a ball and chain attached to my ankle. From early morning classes straight to a full-time job, not to mention YouTube on top of that, the hours slip away faster than I can catch my breath. So I figured that I'd create a way to manage my time a bit better and hopefully find a way to do things I enjoy. Workfront's report titled The State of Work from 2019 states that 58% of people have claimed that they are so busy they can't manage to squeeze in other things apart from general tasks. Now, if you watch this channel, you may be aware that I'm a huge fan of productivity and staying busy, but I also believe that we should be able to live outside of our work. So, here's the plan. As much as I hate to admit it, sacrifices have to be made. We only have so much energy to use when committing to activities throughout the day, and if we overexert ourselves, it can lead to mental burnout and even potential physical sickness. So what I'm choosing to do is getting rid of or putting things on hold that aren't as important to me to leave space for the more important things that I find joy in throughout this busy period. For example, around December of 2023, I started learning how to play guitar, and while it does bring me joy and it's fun, it simply can't compare to my favorite hobby, learning Japanese. So I'm choosing to only play it when I have the free time and when it wouldn't be too overbearing for me. And something that also saves me a bit of energy is knowing what I have to do for that day, and to-do lists are an absolute game changer. I've recently started creating them again, and it's been really helpful during these busy times to write what I need to do down so it doesn't just disappear from my mind and it never gets done. I'm usually more of a paper or just my notes app type of guy when it comes to to-do list, but I've been seeing a lot of things about Notion lately, and it seems like a potentially great option for people who are very busy with all of its custom features and portability. So yeah, I'll probably start using that soon. But whether I'm using a fancy app or paper, there's always certain steps that I like to use when creating these to-do lists. The first thing that I would put down on my to-do list is something that I like to call my non-negotiables. This would be things like eating, school, work, anything that I can't skip out on without there being pretty dramatic consequences. This lays the groundwork for every other task that you will put down on the to-do list. Speaking of which, after that I would put down my important tasks. Things that are important to me, but the consequences of missing them aren't as dire. For me, this would be my YouTube channel, Japanese, or working out. Now, don't get me wrong, it would really suck if I wasn't able to work on these days, but since I plan on studying, exercising, and uploading to my channel so long term, it doesn't matter in the long run of consistency, because consistency means showing up over the course of your life, right? It doesn't mean perfect attendance. After that, I would put potential things down that I would maybe like to do, but it is not a big deal if I can't, like playing video games, guitar, things like that. Finally, it's important to block time out to ensure that you can finish all of your activities, so put a beginning time and an end time next to each of your tasks on your to-do list. Alright, speaking of to-do list, I'm tired of all that talk, so let's move on. Weekends and the days I have free are something that I've been taking advantage of as well. Not only is there much more time in the day for me to take things slow and relax a little bit, but it's also an opportunity to get a bulk of my things done for that week so I can minimize the load that I have on my busier days. Lately, I've been really hammering down on YouTube on my off days, putting as much effort as I can, and it's been paying off quite well. But there's not only empty moments during weekends, even on busy days there are small moments that gives us chances to do things even if it's just for a couple minutes. People often struggle to see this because they're too busy scrolling through social media, but if you replace that with something actually productive like maybe writing, photography, whatever it is you're interested in, you'd be able to get things consistently done within that particular interest, and that has a huge snowball effect more than you could ever realize. So yeah, that's all I'm doing to ensure that I can be a little bit productive and still enjoy slow life even at this busy period. Bye bye guys.